Hi, I think the healthcare system is totally screwed up in America, and I wanted to talk about that. Um, when I make videos talking about stuff, I always talk about my personal experiences with stuff. That's another video, though. Um, I've had experience going to places, lots of other countries, to the hospital and stuff, and I was never charged. I was in Georgetown, Malaysia, and I went in there and they saw a doctor and they diagnosed me with asthma and they gave me a bunch of inhalers for free, and then I could go to the store and buy them for like $3. Happened to me in Surabaya, Indonesia. Went into the hospital. They saw me. They gave me antibiotics. I think it gave me antibiotics in Georgetown, Malaysia too, and also in Surabaya, Indonesia, and some inhalers for free. And then I could buy them more at the. And there are pharmacies on like every street corner in every country other than America, and you can buy inhalers for like $3. Um, I actually lived in the hospital for 6 days in Buenos Aires because of asthma, and they gave me stool tests and PP tests and um, gave me antibiotics and inhalers and all this stuff, and I didn't have to pay a single penny, and I didn't have insurance, and I wasn't even Argentinian. And then I come home, and I'm not insured now. I have a bike wreck. It's like the only bike ride I go on here in Austin. Go on one bike ride, and I have a bike wreck. And I was riding down the road at night, and like I didn't notice that the lane I was in didn't have a bridge, so I was like, next thing I know, I'm flying through the air, and I didn't have my bike light on, and it's a long story. But I land on like a rock, and I get this gash in my leg, and it stops bleeding, and um, I mean, it wouldn't stop bleeding. So what I should have done is just wrapped it up and gone to a clinic the next day. But I was just stupid, I guess. I wasn't thinking, and I went into the emergency room, even though I didn't have insurance. And I guess in emergency rooms they're not allowed to reject you, but they didn't say anything about how, because I had insurance, I have to pay. Anyways, they admit me. I have to wait like an hour to get in there. I get in there and they sew me up. They give me 4 stitches. Takes the guy about 5 minutes to do, or less. Something I should have done. Anyways, I get a bill in the mail for $2,400. So I guess they've got this. I guess they charge by the minute instead of charging $500 an hour. They charge $500 a minute. And so I call them up and I'm like, what? And then they go, oh well, okay, yeah, I guess you can, if you're eligible for getting help. So I signed some form or whatever, and they end up getting a bill for $450, and that added to $60 of what I paid when I went in there the first time. Ended up paying $510 to get my 4 stitches sewed up. So I paid it. It was my fault for not asking them questions, and I guess I can afford that much. I didn't want to get my credit screwed up by them. But they ended up making $2,400 off of it. So that tells me that that hospitals, emergency rooms make an astronomical amount of money off of people, to the tune of $500 a minute. So that tells me it's a big old money-making enterprise. It kind of reminds me, I guess, of buying toilet seats for the space shuttle for $25,000. A toilet seat cover, I mean. Now, it's understandable that people can make lots of money. If you're like a rock star, sports star, and all this stuff, and even the doctors in the emergency room, I know those guys make like a couple $100,000 a year. But I mean, that's just ridiculous. Somebody's making a whole bunch of money, and I mean, making money off of something, that much money off of something that is necessary for humans, like people who something that everybody needs. If they're going to charge that much, you would think that it kind of makes getting insurance just necessary, I guess. Um, and I don't even know how much that is, but I just think that other countries have got it going on a lot better. So healthcare should be something that, number one, isn't something that some people get super rich off of, because if it's like that, then it's going to cause problems. Like, it's going to make it this big. Anything that's made that's yeah. I can't explain how, but like, I mean, if if these people are making that much money, um, I don't know. It just doesn't sound right with me. I mean, everybody should be able to get free healthcare. And if you do go in and have to get sewed up, it shouldn't cost that much. That's just ridiculous. I mean, you've got some people making $8 an hour, and then and then they charge you $500 a minute for something that anybody could do. I don't know. I just wanted to talk about it. I guess I'll do some research on it later. Okay, out.